My name is Gus, and this is the story of one of the most terrifying nights of my life. It happened when I was 15, during summer break. My friend Spencer invited me to his beach cottage for a few days along with two other friends, Jose and Marco. We were all excited about spending a few days by the lake, swimming, playing volleyball, and relaxing. Spencer's mom even made us her famous homemade peanut butter cookies, which we devoured in minutes. The day was perfect, and we felt like nothing could spoil our fun. As night fell, Spencer got that mischievous look in his eye. "How about we go explore the woods?" he suggested with a grin. Jose shook his head. "It's dark out, man. Can't we explore it during the day?" But Spencer just laughed. "Where's the fun in that?" Feeling brave, I agreed, and soon Marco nodded his approval too. Jose hesitated but eventually joined in, bringing a fire extinguisher along with him for reasons only he could understand. "You never know what could happen out there," he muttered, clutching it tightly. Spencer grabbed a lantern, Marco and I took flashlights, and with that, we ventured into the dark woods. The forest was eerily quiet, with only the crunching of leaves under our feet and the occasional rustle of branches. We followed a narrow path that twisted deeper into the trees, our lights casting strange shadows. Suddenly, we heard a strange sound from the direction of the beach, a low, guttural moaning that sent chills down our spines. "Did you hear that?" I whispered, my heart pounding. We all stopped, our eyes wide as we listened. The noise grew louder, accompanied by the unmistakable sound of heavy footsteps approaching us. Instinctively, we formed a tight circle, each of us pointing our lights in different directions. Then we saw him. An old man, his face partially illuminated by the moonlight, was staggering through the trees toward us. He looked unkempt, his eyes wild and fixated on the moon as if in a trance. In his hand, he held something large and shiny. My flashlight shook as I raised it higher, illuminating his face fully, and the axe he clutched in his other hand. "Run!" I shouted, but before we could even move, Marco accidentally stepped on a branch, the loud snap echoing through the silence. The man's head whipped toward us, his gaze locking onto us. Without warning, he charged, raising the axe high above his head. In sheer terror, we stumbled back, trying to find our footing, but the man was closing in fast. Just then, Jose stepped forward, his hands shaking but steady enough to point the fire extinguisher straight at the man's face. With a loud hiss, a cloud of foam burst out, covering the man's face and blinding him. "Run!" Jose yelled, and we didn't need to be told twice. We sprinted back toward the cottage, our breaths coming in gasps, glancing back only to see the man clawing at his eyes, shouting in frustration. We didn't stop until we were safely inside, locking the door behind us. The next morning, after a sleepless night filled with terrifying thoughts of the man finding us again, we convinced Spencer's mom to take us home. To this day, I wonder what might have happened if Jose hadn't brought that fire extinguisher, or if we hadn't noticed that sound in the woods at all. If this story sent chills down your spine, don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button. Join us for more spine-tingling tales and thrilling mysteries. Your support helps us bring you the best in horror storytelling. Subscribe now so you never miss out on our next terrifying story.